I don't care what nobody say. My music is thunder shoot. I love that song. Anywho, this is your girl Creole Butterfly Libra Butterfly Coco 929 coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and everybody. If you're celebrating on November the 22nd, pre Thanksgiving Eve 2023. Okay. Okay. Also, I am the Oprah of the smooches, right? So you get a smooch, you get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch. Hey, Alexis Dar. Hey. Okay, yeah, I know. I know. Hey, 300. Yes, and all of my butterflies up in the butterfly queendom. I appreciate you, and especially you. You know who you are. So thank you all for tuning in today. So let's get into it, okay? Let's just get into it real quick. We're not gonna beat a dead horse to water. Let me just go ahead and get on the horn first to say, okay, most of the people that's in my chat and up in the sky, you all have either seen listened to the video, was there when it happened, or have heard some type of conversation about it this morning. What video am I talking about? I'm talking about a less than human being. I've never liked this, so this just put the icing on the cake for me. So a less than human being, and I guess I should be more compassionate. I just don't feel it right now, and I can't fake the funk, okay? And everything that go in all these different chat. What is with all of these people who like to hit these panels that they have showed up to be like horrible mothers? I don't get that. Anyway, move forward. So in the video, on the video, the person thought they had put themselves on mute, and they went to chastise their autistic 4-year-old daughter, and we could hear her cussing at the little girl, and then we heard her tell the little girl she's sickening, and she's went to say something else. She said, and then we heard pow, and the little girl started crying. Okay. And it was more, a little bit more and everything. So that has gotten everybody in an outrage. Okay. And I think the baddest part is that when they confronted the mother, she did not admit it. She did not admit it. Okay. And she came back to the phone. Hey, okay. Like came back like she hadn't did anything. And so that particular content creator that was interviewing her asked her, did you just hit your child? Like that. And first she was going to try to deny that part. And then she said, well, yeah, or something like that. Cause she was, okay. So let me go here. First of all, I am a mother. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to y'all and say I ain't spanked no butt, because I have spanked plenty of butt. I'm in the butt spanking hall of fame. They got my daggone belt bronzed and put it up in the office. Okay, so I ain't gonna sit here and act like I ain't. Yes, I have, and might do it again. And they grown. I told y'all my baby is 20. Okay, she's gonna be 21 in January. And if they get out of sorts, I might have to take the right hand of fellowship and knock them what we call the heck out. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I think what's got a lot of people in an uprage is that the fact that this lady, one, was drunk, and you can clearly hear she was drunk. She has been, hey, Dr. Sophie. Hey, Van. She has been slurring her words and hitting different panels and all this and stuff like that. Okay, so that's one thing. Two was the venom in her voice when she said, get your motherfucking, Like, I mean, it was venom. Like she was talking to a non-factor, okay? And then when she called the baby sickening, that right there, that put the icing on the cake for most of people. Like I said, I ain't never liked them. Okay? So because I can tell a not about nothing person when I see them. For real. I can tell it. I don't need no extra, whatever. I might hold my opinion from the chat until it's proven, but I don't never I'm never wrong. When I see somebody outside, they ain't squat, they ain't squat. For real. So, when I first saw her pop up, I was like, oh yeah, she's another ain't crap person. Okay. Here we go again. And what really, let me tell you what else got me is when she said on Ness's panel is that you want me to get off YouTube and I'm not. Huh? That's what you thinking about at this moment and we're talking about your child? You thinking about some dang on YouTube. That's what I'm saying, y'all. You gotta watch when you say you wish to, they put these rules and stuff, implement them because that's like asking them to continue to censor us, which YouTube is doing a very good job at that at this time. They are really trying to censor everybody, okay? So I ain't gonna get off on that. I'm gonna stay focused. Okay, so anyway, that's what she was thinking about. Y'all want me to get off YouTube? I'm not getting off YouTube. I'm not gonna do it. Then how she turned from an evil was that's what I said. And y'all, I believe I can't swear to this, and I'm just gonna say allegedly, okay? I really believe that something was done to her. I believe that this particular person I'm talking about was abused as a kid. I can't swear by it, but just watching the signs and knowing what my training is, I can kind of pinpoint somebody who was some type of abuse or neglect. Okay. Now, do I think she loved that little girl? Absolutely. Absolutely. And for me to say this, I told you I'm gonna tell the truth, even if hey, if I don't like you, I still can tell the truth about you. I believe she loved her, but I believe that she only loves her the way she knows how to love. A lot of people that has been abused in several different ways, the only thing they got is their kids. And a lot of times they pass down the information that they saw and that they think is right, and they pass it down to the kids that they have, whether it be right, wrong, or indifferent. That's all they know. That's why I said when you become an adult, okay, I don't go on that no more. But well, that's how I was raised, and blah blah. Okay, but you have more tools at your hands now. You have ways that you can go and get help and ask somebody to help you so you can be a better parent to yours than your parents was to you. So I don't, that's why I say I give her no pass. Because you old. You ain't no 20 nothing. You baby, you up there with the Eagles. That's how old you is. Okay. I'm 53. You somewhere around my neighborhood. You gotta be about 57. You gotta be about 56, 67, somewhere along there. I'm just saying. Okay. And you know, and then they have, I don't know about the documentation and all that. I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not. All I'm saying is to be better, you got to do better. You got to take the necessary steps. Right, Alexis, to break the generational curses. Because we all have sob stories of some sort. Even if it didn't happen to you, you know somebody it happened to. It might have happened to your mom. It might have happened to your dad, whatever the case may be. It might happen to your brother, your sister. We all have our own little sob stories. We do. So I'm not gonna ever sit over here and say a girl don't love. Yes, she does. She loved that little girl with all her heart. To be honest with you, that's all she has. She has nothing else. Let's look at her life. Well, first of all, before we even look at her life, let's look at her. She has nothing else. So that's the only thing she has. Okay. And don't think that she ain't scared of losing this little girl. Yes, she is. She's really scared now because all of us have heard what goes on, what we think goes on behind closed doors. I'm gonna say allegedly because I'm not sure, but we got kind of a glimpse on the inside. Okay, a lot of times, y'all. Let me see. Hand pink waving. Oh, okay. Hey, babe. TikTok. Hey. Um. Oh, thank you, Alexis. Okay. So here's my thing, y'all. A lot of times when parents uh try to hide stuff, okay, when they try to hide their life and try to make you think, like when she was in all these contests, okay, all these challenges rather, and people wasn't, clocking her on her living. They didn't talk about her living. Now people in the chat did, but the people who was letting her be in these challenges, they didn't say anything about that. They try to avoid that. Okay. And I remember one day she came back on and took pictures that she had cleaned up her kitchen after they dogged her for this kitchen. Okay. It's some people, their life is a read. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not focused on the chat. I'll go back and read it in a minute. I have worked in the field. She carries the gene. She passed it down. Right. I was gonna touch that, Dr. Soapy, but thank you so much for that. Yep, you're absolutely right. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And so my thing is this, y'all. Um, I kind of hate that they took out of the school home ec, because home ec was more than just cooking. Home ec gave people structure, taught them about cleaning house, your kitchen and all this and stuff. Because some people didn't grow up with that, y'all. I know we want to think everybody did, but not everybody grew up in a clean house. Okay. Some people's dysfunction was their function. I'm going to say that one more time. Some people's dysfunction was their function. Okay. They grew up in a not so clean house. They grew up in the parent not really paying them no attention, and all this and stuff like that. That's not something the person just picks up the way she lives. That's not something you pick up. That's something that was inbred in you. That's something you used to, you know. So, and I hate it that it feels like I'm taking up for her and I'm not, but I got to be honest, y'all, because I got to look at me in the mirror every day and I want to like what I see. Okay. So, yes, she does love that little girl as much as she knows how. And the only love she understand is when some nigga come up, excuse me, some ninja comes over there and dumps and pumps her and leave her a little coin. Okay? Leave her a coin and dumps and pumps her. That makes her feel like she is something. Case in point. Last night, my son, a week ago, my oldest son, he sent me a text message and he asked me a question. He asked me, was the picture he sent me, was did I think that person was nice looking or whatever? And I was honest and said, no, but it's not all in the look, right? And so when he got home, he was telling me, the reason why I asked you that is because she works with us and she's messing around with this guy. And the only thing he does is he comes and screws her and then he throws her out of his house. And I was like, huh? So I'm listening because, warehouse talk, right? And so I was like, So I held my opinion. So yesterday, my son came home and he started telling me about this young lady again. He said, Mama, her living arrangement is horrible. Said her mama mistreats her. Her mama make her sleep in the basement on an air mattress. And then she has to pay her mama $500 a week just to live on an air mattress. And I mean, he just the more and more he told me, I said, yep. That's it. It's abuse. I said, anytime somebody has went through abuse from their parent in whatever magnitude it is, it always shows up in their living arrangement. It always shows up on how they carry themselves. It always shows up in how they are as an adult when they have not dealt with it. I said, so that girl thinks that this boy screwing her is love. She thinks that just him doing that little bit right there. And my son said, well, Mama, he even told her, I don't want you. You need to go on because there's a dude at work that really likes her and he want to date her. And he was like, you need to go on and holler at him. No, he's too big. So the same affliction that's been passed on her about her appearance, now she's passing it on somebody who likes her because she's so used to being mistreated. She is so used to being dumped and pumped. And I really believe that's what's going on with that particular person that shall remain nameless over in this particular chat. I really believe that she is so used to being dumped and pumped and people, just throwing her a morsel of, look, I'm going to give you this, but I want all of this. And she's like, okay, because somebody's paying her attention. Okay. Now, don't automatically think that it's ugly men that's paying her attention. Some of that stuff, when she be like, my man is such and such and such, he probably is because he know he can get what he wants. It's a place to lay. It's a place to eat. She going to do whatever she can to keep him. And he give her a little coin. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on. And whatever has happened, that man is gone. He done got what he wanted and all that. Now he's gone. And she's been staying drunk because she hates that he's gone. Because it makes her feel like, what I tell y'all yesterday, the spirit of rejection that's a big, I can't wait to get on that. Spirit of rejection is something else, y'all. That right there can make you or break you. You have to learn how to face the spirit of rejection first as a child, when you was rejected by a parent as a child, and then as an adult. And a lot of people, you can tell that they have the spirit of rejection because little things that shouldn't make them mad, I blow them up, blows them up and makes them mad because they feel like what you said to me, you try to talk down to me, you try to put me down. How did you get there from what I said? And when I face my people like that, and they come at me real hard, and I know it was an innocent whatever, it lets me know they have the spirit of rejection and they haven't dealt with it yet. For whatever reason, and it comes from a parent. Some of you out there don't want to believe that your little nice little mommy was just, she was just so wonderful. You a lie. Because a lot of your issues actually comes from the person that was in your life the most. And the person that was absent solidifies it. And until you real and you ready, it don't take away from that parent being your parent. But until you're really ready to face that, you'll always stumble. You'll get so far and then you'll stumble. I'm just saying. IJS. So, am I taking up for that person? Absolutely not. But I am going to say I see the signs. She was mistreated herself. She was abused herself. She was told she was stupid. She was told she was ugly. She was told she was fat. For whatever reason, like Dr. Soapy says, she takes medication for some of them issues that she has not faced yet, and she probably never will. Anytime somebody is in a delusion that they got a smile back and they wide as a torque, and y'all know what torques are, they like a greyhound, they take people up, they pick people up at different stops and take them, around the city. Anyway, and they think they the best thing since sliced bread. And now it's one thing to be self-assured, okay? Self-esteem is one thing, but self-delusion is a whole nother animal. Self-delusion. So yeah. And to say you better looking than Beyonce in Heidi's song, word, trick word, trick word. I don't see it. I don't see it. Hey, sir. What's going on? Hey, baby. Hey, everybody. Thank you for dropping down. So, yeah, y'all, that's real sad. It really is. My hope for her is that she gets help. But from what I was seeing last night, she's not even ready. That's not her rock bottom. Have y'all ever seen people who are strung out on drugs? And you would say to yourself, dang, me losing my spouse, them divorcing me would have made me stop doing drugs. Well, everybody has their bottom. That is not her bottom. We don't know what her bottom is. Only she knows what her bottom is. Now, maybe, now I'm not advocating for this unless it's in the betterment of the child, because I also was in foster care and I know how that works, okay? I just so happen to be blessed with a great foster mother. I mean, great, okay? So, not everybody is got that testimony, So I understand how that works. So my thing is this, maybe losing her would be her bottom, but then again, it may not be, and might free her up to be even worse. So what she really needs, y'all, she needs prayer. I don't, advocate for cuddling her and no, we ain't doing none of that. It was not okay. It's not right. No, we ain't doing none of that. Okay, it's gonna stick in your face because the same person that we're talking about has no problem talking about everybody else's kids. What's his Ken? No, my nephew. I call him my nephew. Ken Nola News. She done said that he screwed his daughter. You know what? But let me stick a pin right there. Why is it okay for people to come for Ken and his daughter, but he can't say nothing back? Think about that. And I got to shout out this other person named ODS. ODS said she came for my kids, so I came for hers, and I don't give a F what y'all think. We got to stop being so one-sided on this stuff because we some one-sided individuals, man. For real. That's so nasty. I don't think he should say that. Ain't none of it right. But how you gonna jump on one and not the other? It's been a whole lot of people out here saying that boy screw his daughter, and ain't nobody said nothing. Everybody just overlooked that. But as soon as he start talking about what he gonna do and what he should do and all this, oh, that's so vulgar. Are you serious? Like I said last night, these hey Anthony, hey King. Like I said last night, with Fab Abe. Had it been Fab Abe last night, baby, the beef sector would have been picking up. Dun, 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 dun. She live in Chicago. Her address is her phone number. I mean, they've called CPS on her for way less because they thought they thought Lil Leah's coat was dirty. They called CPS. Huh? But y'all taking up for a woman who not only has a history, but you heard what happened. And y'all still like, I don't know if she hit her. I didn't see it. I don't know. Are you killing? You are kidding me. But y'all ain't have a problem picking up the phone call. See, I told y'all I'm for the right. I don't care. I'm for the right. You may not like me because I'm telling the truth. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. People have called on that lady for much less. Yeah, Ness's kid too. Yeah. Yeah, she's talked about Ness's kid too. And let me say this. I don't fight for nobody, but I say this. I'ma sit right here on my panel and say, Ness, my head's off to you. I've said this once before, but my head's off to you because you knew that at that point you couldn't be the type of mother that your son needed, and you had an outstanding family member to step up and say, I got this, get you together. I got him. He good. He gonna know who you are. I got him. You gonna get yourself together. For that, that takes a heck of a parent to say, screw what I want. Screw what I want. I want the best for my son. And if the best for my son is my brother, then that's where he needs to be. And see, that's what I don't get. Y'all always talking about y'all want the best for these kids. Sometimes the parent right now is not ready for whatever reason, and the best is a family member. Back in the 50s and 60s, most of us, not in the 70s too, because I wasn't born in the 60s, but most of us, even my deceased husband, his great auntie raised him. That happened all the time. Sometimes Big Mama raised her kids and grandkids. So why people act like this is new? This ain't new. It was whoever was the strongest in the family at the time was the one that the kids lived with until the other person got their life together. Let me see. Hold on. It's the selective thoughts, feeling, opinions, etc. for me. Shake my dick. I know it's right. I know. Let me calm down and read some of y'all things. Ness did her best for her son. It was better out. Yeah, and that's what I don't get. People is giving her a whole bunch of smoke because she was smart enough to understand it right now. And I'm not. My mental ain't right. No way she spoke to her was. Yeah. Yep. That's right. That's right. That's right. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Dr. Sophie, I believe. To prove it. Right. When you said it last night, I agreed with you, Dr. Soapy. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, that's what okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I know it happens. Period. Into safe and protected, especially. I know that's right. Thank you, King. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not taking up for that person. I almost called her name. I'm not taking up for that person. I'm taking up for the child. But I do know that I do know abuse when I see it. That's what I went to school for. Duh. And then I used to be abused. So I know it when I see it. So, we need to address the elephant in the room. Until she's willing to face what happened to her, she'll never understand what's going on with her child. She won't. She won't receive it. Anybody trying to help her, she won't receive it. She'll keep denying it until the cows come home. Because admitting that something happened to her is like admitting that the parent that you love, you knew wasn't right, but you don't want nobody else knowing that their parent wasn't right. So you will protect that parent at all costs. You have to be able to look at yourself and say, it wasn't right. It was not right. Do you know how long it took me to forgive myself for me being molested, incest, raped? Do y'all know how long it took me? I carried that around with me. I wore that coat like a badge of honor. Do you hear me? Because when I did speak up, God rest my grandmother's heart, the one that, told me that she blamed me for my cousin digging in my underwear and stuff, and what all happened after that. She blamed me. I didn't understand that. I didn't. I was a kid. I was like, I was always told if somebody violates you or whatever, you need to tell. And what was so bad was when I did tell, that whole side of the family right there, the immediate family knew what was going on, and they kept it from my daddy. I was thinking my daddy knew as his mother, as his siblings, as his nephew that's messing with me. And I was thinking that my daddy knew and he just didn't care like everybody else. So that shut me up because the more I kept saying, he did it again. He keep touching me. He did it again. She was telling me, well, you ought to stop and you this, that, and the other. I mean, everything was me. And so when you a kid and it happens to you, you turn to shut the heck up. You learn how to shut the heck up. And so that gave him carte blanche to me anytime he wanted me. So what did I do? I end up with what I know now to be Stockholm syndrome and end up falling in love with him, end up letting him screw me every time he felt like it, end up having a child bam. So, I mean, yeah. But I wanted to be different than what my ancestors on that side was. And I was determined by all costs to be a great person. And so I'm telling you, when you begin to face your demons, it's not easy. It's not eating. It's getting easier now. But at first, when I start telling people, so I can get healthier and heal, what happened to me on that side, just that side alone. I ain't talking about the other side yet. That side alone, people was like, they was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, girl, I can't believe you talking about this. If I don't talk about it, I'm gonna go crazy. So I understand that, y'all. I understand that. And people be like, how can you talk so free about that? Because you just said it. I'm free. I'm free. I took my power. Seriously. I was arguing with everybody. I'm trying to tell you, when you are a abused, I'm a survivor. I always tell people that I'm a survivor. So don't feel sorry for me. You know. But when you are in abuse and you still haven't faced what happened to you for real yet, you fight everybody, whether it be verbal, physical. Everybody is, you feel like everybody is coming against you, and you fight till it gets exhausting, and then you kind of rest up and you come back and you fight again. I know that right there. Let me see what y'all seeing. Hold on. Let me see. Most of us are families. Oh, okay, I read that. The long process you think is something you did wrong. Right. Right. Let me see. It's because available for parents. Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't know that. That's good. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. Yeah, y'all. I don't care what people talk and think about me, y'all. You know, I told y'all this was an agreement that I had with God. If He healed me from it, I would tell about it, and so that's what I do. I talk about it all the time. I've written books about it, everything. So, but yeah, I'm just saying. What's so sad is though, y'all. This is what I'm afraid of. Can I tell y'all what I'm afraid of? Okay, don't tell nobody. I'm afraid by her wanting the love of different men that the baby is nonverbal and that she might let a predator in her house and not know, and they can mess with that baby. That's my fear. Everything I heard last night, that was my fear. Like with this baby being nonverbal, how's she gonna tell you if some man is digging in her underwear? How's she gonna tell you if some man makes her give him head? You know what I'm saying? Because there are some men out here that they don't care. They know you want the ping. And once they get you all settled and all right and stuff, and you go somewhere, now they own your child and they know the child can't talk. It's been a lot of situations like that, y'all. So that is my fear. That's the only reason why I want, not the only reason, but that's the main reason why I want some people to just make unscheduled visits and pop up. Just do a pop up. Cause here in Kentucky, baby, they don't schedule with you. They pop up. They do like this. And you like, who's knocking on my door? CPS. Hi, we came to make a visit. And they write down everything they see. They interview the kid. They look at the kid. Everything. And then they leave on back out. Depending on how bad it is, they may take the kid with them. If you good, you good. But they do those. Show do. Are you in Kentucky? Shut up. Yep, I'm in Shavley. That's facts, and it happens to them more than we know. Right, King. So, so yeah. So when we get to talking about old poor Dumpity, when we get to talking about how Dumpity this, Dumpity that, screw her. And right now, we talking about the kid. We oughta want her to get some help for the kid. And let me tell you what would do it if people keep her off their panel. But people are not gonna do that because she bring numbers. She bring numbers because she's distorted. She's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she brings numbers. So they ain't gonna keep her off the panel. Because people say, I can't believe y'all got her up her again. And people love a train wreck, so they'll come just to see the train wreck. You know. Like I used to hear people all the time say, uh, people all the time say, uh, I wish we had some good content creators on here that didn't beef, that talked about good stuff, and then you got it in Real Mama's Real Problems, the real Anthony McNeil, Dwight C. Williams. Dwayne, is it Dwayne Dwight? I always get it. Williams is still one of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And dare I throw my head in the ring? I know four of us right here that's got great content that we do different things, and we very seldom get views. We very seldom get people to sub because people love a train wreck. They do. They love the chaos. They love the train wrecks. I always say you like what you like, but you should have a balance of both. It shouldn't just be all your channels is something where something has to happen on it. It should be some channels should have some substance in it, but people like what they like. People like a train wreck. And a lot of people just like to hear themselves talk about, I like good stuff. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Unfortunately, it means it's easier for abusers to repeat it and easy for future. I know. Yes. Are you in Audubon Park? Hey now, neighbor. Yes. Me and you gonna have to meet. We're gonna have to meet. So you probably know my granddaddy. My granddaddy is Dr. Charles Elliott. You probably know him. Anywho, so Yeah, yeah. So that's that really was on my heart of hearts. It really was. And I'm like, these people is the same people who want to counsel Ken. Ken Nola News at that, y'all. Go give him a click in the view. These are the same people want to counsel Ken Nola News, but then don't want to do nothing to Dumpity. Huh? Huh? What does that make sense at? Is it because he's a man? Because I'm still trying to make sense in my head how it makes a difference. Y'all do know there are some women predators as well as men. They just go up under the radar. Oh, let me talk about it. I told y'all before it's over, you'll know all my business. Y'all do know it's a bunch of predators that's women as well as men, don't you? Oh, let me take you back. Picture it 1978. Spending the night over another set of family members' house. And they thought it would be nice to pick something out of a Hustler magazine and do it to Lil Coco. Okay? And it was three girls, females that is. Three females and four males decided that I was gonna be the smorgasbord of the day and they were going to, indoctrinate me in some way to, yeah, to play out what they saw in the Hustler magazine. So don't tell me that female molesters and stuff don't exist because yes, they do. Yes, they do. And everybody kept the secret because why? It was fun messing with little Coco. It was fun. See, y'all don't want to hear my story. That's why I tell you, don't feel sorry for me, honey, because, hey, God saved me for a reason. Do you hear me? But, baby, yeah, don't get me started because I'll tell you some stuff. And I ain't ashamed about it on me because I came through it and I'm in my right mind. I told y'all, I could have a reason to sit over here and be out of my bunkers. But again, God kept me in my right mind. And so now it's my job to help other people, to help them come through it. And let me tell you how much I stood on that, baby. I stood on that. I became a dang on dominatrix. If that ain't conquering what you done been through, I don't know what is. Here, here. And now I'm sitting over here with a doctor degree in counseling. You better go on and play with somebody else. Play with somebody else. Don't play with me. So yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Most who watch the crazy stuff is the ones who's trying to make their life better. Right. You know what? Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me see. It's true, Coco. I've seen some real women. Yeah, I know. My cousin is retired Jaguar 300. His name. Oh, okay. Shut up. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. That's why I tell all people, especially younger kids, always ask your child, has uncle this or auntie this or cousin this touched them or made them feel uncomfortable? Okay? Because trust me, a lot of people that's my age are still dealing with uncle or granddaddy this or whatever that did that to them and they didn't know how to tell their mama. Mama might be gone to glory. Or she may be so old she don't understand what glory is, and this happened to you and you still dealing with it because this happened and you don't want to break your mama's heart, and all this and stuff. When my daddy found out what my cousin had been doing to me for years, I want y'all to hear this. God rest my daddy soul. That is my Black Panther. Her. When my daddy found out, they literally had to put my grandmother in front of him so he wouldn't kill him. It went down. It went down in that house when my this is how it was. I had told my okay, let me just give y'all this right here. It's in my book. Let me give y'all this right here. So I was taking martial arts from my father. So I had told, okay, one day my father said, "Hey, Coco, go downstairs, baby. I left my cigarettes downstairs in the basement, and that's where we worked out at, right? Of this building. And I said, okay. And he had an office on the second floor. And I said, okay. So what I didn't see is a man go back in the dark because he had been trying to get my attention for the longest. Now I was a little kid, okay? So I goes downstairs. They still waiting on the second and third floor because some people, the break room's on the third floor. My daddy's office on the second floor. I runs downstairs. I goes in the dark because I ain't expecting nobody to be down there. I'm going to get my daddy cigarettes, to grab his cigarettes. All of a sudden, I'm grabbed. Somebody put their hand over my mouth and took their other hand and was putting it in my underwear and all this and stuff. And so I'm fighting. I'm using them skills I just learned, and I'm fighting and stuff and everything. And I got loose. And I took off up the steps without cigarettes, and I just took up. And I started standing by my daddy. And my sister, one of my older sisters, looked at me. And then she seen the man come from downstairs, come upstairs. And she's like, come here for a minute. I was like, She said, come here for a minute. And so I went over about. She said, what's wrong? I said, nothing. Because he had always said this man was a cop. Hear me good. He had always said he carry all these guns on him, and if anything go down, he ain't got to worry about martial arts. He'll just shoot somebody. The last thing I want as a child, because I'm a daddy's girl, is for my hero to get shot. So I was eating that. Do you hear me? I had already been touched, so it wasn't nothing new. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, my sister was like, now I need you to tell me the truth. So her boyfriend, he was one of my daddy's lieutenants, okay? And he said, He said, I can tell there's a difference on your face. He said, what happened? And so we always went next door to Captain D's to eat after every practice. So I told them what happened. My daddy had already walked out and went to Captain D's. So don't worry about the cigarettes. I'll just buy me some more. So he, So they were sitting with him by the time I got in the building because I was just needed some time to myself. And so they got up and moved to another table. I went to sit with them at that table. My daddy said, come here. And I'm like, I know they didn't rat me out. I goes over and sits with my daddy. My daddy said, what happened? I said, what you mean? He said, no, baby, don't do that. Don't do that. Please tell me. He said, don't do that. Did something happen with you? And I just cried, y'all. And I seen him swell. And he said, tell daddy what happened. He was so humble. And I told him. He said, okay. Like that. He said, come on, eat. He said, I got it. I said, no, because he said he'll kill you. Y'all, when I tell y'all want to hear my life, I promise you. But when I say this, I'm skipping all the rest of that. But when I say that my daddy almost went to jail for attempted murder of a cop until I got to speaking up. And then when I spoke up, some more girls my age spoke up. So this cop ended up, of course, losing his shield and going to penitentiary because we heard on the news that this girl, not only was she raped, she was beat, and he was the one that did it. So you got to watch the cops too. That was my point. You got to watch cops too. Huh. So yeah, that's why when people be saying, "Hey, Golden Goddess, I didn't see you, baby." Hey, when people be saying that, Coco this, Coco that, her dry channel and all this and stuff, you got to come harder than that with me. I done been through so much, and God, like I said, has kept my man. Baby, I've been over public opinion so long ago, you're going to have to catch up. That don't matter to me. You can call me crazy. You can call me whatever you want to call me, and I'll be like, I'll be all of that. Long as you don't put your hands on me. I'll be whatever you want me to be. Just don't put your hands on me. I'm not, hey, I don't know what I'm doing if you put your hands on me. I ain't even gonna lie to you, player. So yeah. So I'm just saying, IJS, you got to watch everybody. You got to watch everybody, y'all. And that's just where my mind is. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I really do think something happened to Uppity. I really do. I really do think something happened to her. And that's why her mentality is the way that it is. And that's why I can't watch her, because I refuse to exploit anybody. And that's exploitation, because mentally she's delayed. And the reason why, one of the reasons why you know she's delayed is because she attacks first. Like she attacks other people real quick. She'll talk about your shortcomings, but as soon as you go on her, it's like you done committed a cardinal sin. You know, just like Meth understood. Meth understood just like her. She it if you say you not, you know, I'm gonna need you to do this, and why'd you, you know, let your, you can't even ask her why did you let your kids around. You talking about my kids. That's not talking about your kids. That's asking a question. I sat back and listened to that until I couldn't listen to that no more. I said, these people are trying their best to neglect what we all see. And see, am I gonna believe you are my lying eyes? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just weird. So y'all just keep that lady and her kid in prayer, you know, and I don't get no I don't get no yay out of what she's going through. Cause to, like I said, believe it or not, she really does love that little girl. But she loves her the only way she knows how to love her. Because that's the only way she was taught. That's the only way she was taught. And I'm not making excuses for it. I don't think nobody else should. Because until you make it hard for her not to have the one thing that she loves, she'll never change. She'll never find a reason because somebody has always just given into that. Oh, just like me, I hate repeating myself. And I can always tell when a child grew up where their parent repeated everything because they'll be listening to you halfway. And the first thing they'll say is, what you say? Or you'll tell them something and they'll come back and say, now, what time did you say? And I'll be like, I don't know. Because just because that's your issue don't make me change who I am. If you're listening to somebody and you're talking to somebody, pay attention. Because if you harm me, you hurt me. Pay attention. That's a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand that. I cannot stand it. If I'm talking to you and I know that if it's something going on with the phone or I went low, I got it. But if we talking and y'all heard how loud I'm talking and I say something like, uh, yeah, at 2 o'clock, we need to go have lunch. 10 minutes later, what time was that? I don't know. I don't know. See, because I'm not going to keep handicapping you. That's something that these parents did and these grown-ups have grew up as kids. I keep telling you. I told y'all when we did the grief panel, I said, whatever year you have trauma, that's the year emotionally and mentally you really stop growing. So if your trauma started at 10, part of you are still 10 years old, even if you're 60. If your trauma started at 13, part of you is still 13. Okay, you may be 40 now. But that's why a lot of people can't handle themselves for real in an adult situation because they're stuck. Let me see. Parents need to be careful who they leave their children with. Yeah. You know, and I had heard a bunch of my friends, you know, some of their people was molested by their own daddy and stuff. I'm like, what the what? You know, a couple of my friends is girls. They're like, yeah, my dad. Huh? One of my friends, she actually had 2 kids by her daddy before her mama picked up a clue. Seriously. Before her mama, the girl didn't get the chance to go nowhere. She wore skirts all the way down to her ankle. You know, she was always at church. If she wasn't at church, she was at school. Where does she have the ability or the know-how or the wherewithal to screw anybody? Y'all own her at church. She gets in the car. She comes home. What is she, married? She had an immaculate baby. She had immaculate conception. You know, so by the time her mama really realized that kid number 2 was also her brother, shoot, let me see. If folks have time to talk negative about your channel, then they really have too much time on their hands, even though they keep watching. Thank you, King. Thank you. It makes sense, you know, but they have said a little something, something, you know. I don't care. You know me. I'll come on here and talk to myself, and whoever meant to hear it, they'll hear it when it's done. So yeah, but thank you so much. Y'all see why I support him? That's a right there. I told y'all that's the real Anthony McNeil. And I told y'all too, if y'all need music or whatever, hit his channel, get his email address, and tell him what you're looking for and see if he can create it, and he'll, tell you how much it'll be and all this and stuff. But that's the real big deal right there, honey. That's the maestro. That song I played earlier, that was my baby. That was my song. Yes. Anyway, I'm silly. So because folks are not going to watch what they don't like, just facts. Okay. He is nice, ain't he? Until you make him mad and then that Taurus come out. You know what I'm saying? That Taurus don't be playing. Be like, yeah, I'm nice, don't buck it. But yes, y'all. So, I just hate that. If y'all didn't see the video, didn't hear it, somebody I do not support, Glitter Boots. If you know who that is, he has it on his community wall. You can go listen to it on his community wall. I'm not sure if ODS got it on his or not. Just to hear what we're talking about. And y'all keep Shelly in prayer because that broke Shelly last night, y'all. That's S_Hutchinson. It broke her last night. She was crying so hard. You cry hard when you go, when you do that, you got some tears. That hit you in your guttermost, and everything. So, yeah, make sure y'all keep her in prayer. I want to say this too before we get out of here. Congratulations, Just Kimmy. I'm acting silly, but now congratulations, Just Kimmy. Yes, boo. A way to spring it on people today. Yes, 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 yes. So, Just Kimmy has a big day coming up. And I am so happy for her. I really am. She showed us her ring-a-ling-a-ling. That bad boy is bad. Do you hear me? People are finding love on YouTube. Not that Kimmy did, because I don't think her man is on YouTube, because she even said it that he's not on YouTube. But shout out to Tracy. Tracy Cakes, too. Tracy Cakes and Noble. They found each other on YouTube and they engaged. What? Noble, honey, let me tell y'all, Noble claims Tracy. Y'all better quit playing. Noble be on there talking about that's my woman. I love her and I got her back and all this and stuff. So y'all better leave Tracy Cakes alone, honey, because Tracy Cakes, let me see. I'm happy for her. Me too, Golden Goddess. I really am. I love love. I do. I'm a Libra. I'm a big sap. We love love, okay? So, but yeah, so anybody that can find love in this day and time, Lord, today. Seriously, Lord, today. I ain't even gonna get started on that. But anyway, y'all, since I got the real Anthony McNeil in my chat, I told y'all that's who I was waiting on to do the adult panel. Now, the day that we're gonna do it, he does have to work. I told y'all this is the hardest working man that I know outside of my deceased husband. This man right here, he's a hard working man. Do you hear me? So he's gonna pop in and out when he can. I did set a date. Don't ask me what the date is. You got to look on my channel. I have no idea. But it is like right before midnight because I looked at it like this. Since we're talking about sexual expectations and situations, that our kids should be in somebody's BED. Okay. So that way you can get you a cocktail and, sit back and we can have some fun and talk and all this and stuff. And you ain't got to worry about no little kid, coming over and touching you, or if your significant other is home, maybe they could sit with you while we get some talking and conversations going on. So it's gonna be fun. We usually do it on his channel, but he, like I said, he's been working so hard. We're gonna do it over here, and he's gonna be popping in and out when he can. Okay, so we're just gonna have to bear with him. But I don't do it unless I do it with him. So he will be popping in and out. Okay, so y'all asked for it. So here it come. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready because it's going down over here. Okay. I wish we could get that lady who has that shop king that was on your channel. I wish we could get her to come over and at least she can be up here with me while you go, while you pop in and out. But y'all, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be in December. Not the first Friday in December. I think I made it for the second Friday, which is like the 8th or the 10th or something like that. But we're gonna have a ball here. We really are. I may need to go get a replay because I think that'll be a time difference issue for me. But if I can, okay, yeah, just let me know. Yeah, I try to, like I said, I try to make it for late because certain conversations or situations that may come up. You know, I just feel like people talk more freely when their kids asleep. And everything. So I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So like right now it's 12:47 uh p.m. And so, yeah, I don't know where it is, where everybody else is. So it'll be Eastern Standard Time. He said yes. So we're gonna talk about some stuff because I love you. Let me tell you something. But I love about the real Anthony McNeil. He will tell you about him and don't care what you think. See, I roll with people like that. I roll with people like that. We'll talk about us and don't care what you think. It is what it is. So I love to have men who are not afraid to, be like, yeah, this is what I like, and I like to do this, and this is what yeah, I don't want to mix the messages up, but yeah, so it's gonna be fun 5 hours ahead. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Nikki, that's her name. Thank you. Please. I appreciate it, please. And what else was I gonna say? I got 3 minutes. I'm trying to make this fast, y'all. Um, I don't know. Only thing I can tell y'all is this. Like I said, only thing I can tell y'all is this: put your click where your mouth is. Those of you all who are upset about what Dumpity did, and you upset at the fact that people still allow her to have a voice on their platform, you don't show that you're upset about it when you still click in there. Am I telling y'all not to support whoever? No, I'm just telling you how that don't make sense. You upset about it, but you're gonna keep watching. It's like people saying, I can't stand Trump. And every time Trump come on TV, you watching him. He ain't getting none of my money. I ain't gonna vote for him. But then when it comes to your city, you sitting there in front of the TV, you watching everything he do. That still gives them ratings to support who? Trump. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Just don't. If I have to adjust the time for you, real talk, I will. If I have to adjust the time, because I really want you there, and that's one reason why I was doing it on the weekends, because people was like, "Can you do it on the weekend? Because I don't have to work the next day, and I can really enjoy it." And so, that's what I was trying to do. I know I won't be able to accommodate everybody. However, I'm gonna do what I can and everything. I just don't know how deep y'all want to get with this because I could show y'all some stuff, but people might be like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe she." So I don't know how deep y'all want to get because it can get deep over here. I'm a well of, of information. I got so much stuff sitting in my arsenal of intelligence and know-how and know withal, baby. Don't let it scare you. Don't let it scare you. Like the stuff I like, it would scare you. Okay. Like I told y'all, I used to be into wax. You see what I'm saying? And people be like, "Ugh, Coco." So yeah, I'm trying to be good. So I'm trying to be good. So anyway, we'll see. But anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my Dag Blasted channel. And I thank everybody who dropped down today. Don't be no stranger, because once you over here in the Butterfly Kingdom, we take you for real and every stuff. And don't forget, like I said, to tell somebody about the channel. I didn't do the Black women today, that has been slain because of this this dumpity thing, and I really wanted to put attention on abuse. Okay, so again, just keep her in your prayers. If you can't do nothing else, pray for her because she really can use that seriously, and pray for that baby absolutely. Okay, because we don't know what's going on. We really, really don't. And everything. And again, thanks for Dirk C. Williams. That's my brother. Thanks for the real Anthony McNeil. Thank you, 300, for being over here and everything. And Goddess and TikTok and of course, Real Talk. That's my girl. And anybody else that I missed, I do appreciate you. Oh, Dr. Soapy, Lord, I was going to forget about him and everything. And I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. And don't forget, no matter what the test, always do your best. Spook